Hey, so as you're aware, my content is very niche. It's like a true movie review of emotions, reactions to actions and behaviours I've seen on my screen. A whole country in dismay and confusion of a prince from before and a prince we see now, in the devastation that's rolled out. So I'm going to start at the very beginning in my thoughts, opinions as a people, a person, shared upon that book, the very start, the start game, Spare. You wrote Spare for you had decided life didn't treat you that fair. You took pen to paper and then to print to cash in. You set out to narrate your own hate, jealousy and rage against him and them. But you did not convince, as we all read between the lines, that you were simply a spoilt, ungrateful prince, who was hell-bent to convince, with his wife by his side, in order to conquer and divide as you twisted the knife, whilst we watch you try and use this hypocrisy to live the high life, the one you were gave because of that spare above your name. With your better lies you created despise for poor me and my hard life. The people read on in shock and I believe hope to find you, the old you. But the two were confused. The prince from before had all but gone. A new one stepping up. Which one was true? We were all left confused because of you. Spare in a family of spares and heirs. This was your fate, but his also. He had no choice, but will take on the greatest burden to have to pass on this pressure so great to his firstborn, to follow his fate in which he also was born. Did you think of him, his son, his children at all? Did you think this would go any other way and end up okay? But here's the thing, you did. You knew the people loved you, the favourite rebel prince you had become in a past time, before now, the special one, the one who supported and forgave every mess you made. That was until we watched her go to her grave in that way. You felt so confident that they would believe you, the second son. For all they all lined the streets to give us such a welcome. You felt secure that the people would believe and forgive you, for that's all you knew, Harry. That's what the royal family gave to you as they shone a light on the better side of you, Harry. If only we knew this Harry we now see, the one who was happy to hurt his family and attempt to create so much doubt upon the monarchy. You continued with this campaign as we still watch on today. You used and abused them on the world stage, your gran and grandpa, the ones who never deserved. Your brother watched them and their pain whilst you continued. Your father and his wife becoming target number one, whilst the sadness now descends right over the two of them. This was never about lessons or growth. It was never about freedom or privacy, for if you chose all of that, the people would have simply continued to love you whilst getting to know her too. This was about revenge and divide, pain and grief, the ultimate hate you attempted to create and provide. This was about you and your wife and a narrative you wanted to provide to set her up with a brand of her own, to hang on to your mom and all that she bestowed. You belittle it all with mock car chases in New York. It's cheap and nasty, your treatment and brand. It's classless and clueless, and you did not work hard to earn it. For this book you only got because you were born into this fate. Netflix you only got for you were going to speak on them. Oprah only wanted to know for the sake of her fame and the games of the narrative you played. The titles you wear are because of your grand's hard work. Again, her fate in which she was born in, an heir and Margaret the Spare. Was this fair? Maybe not. But life isn't fair to a lot of only you have become more aware of the visits you took part in and the poverty you see. Maybe we would not have watched you on a sofa speaking upon short ceilings in scabby cottages you were living in for free. But none of the others took it there, but you did. You broke the mould, like you said, again as you cashed in, as again you got paid to speak on them. You broke the mould on family, on how you should not treat. You broke the mould as you spoke words in the hope to make it all fold. You spoke words which now leave you out in the cold. You sold the world spare with your wife by your side, your guide. And now it's all done and gone, she seems to hide. But now all we see is a man with a title above his name that he gained because of them. We see the prince from before who was loved by a kingdom. And now we see a man who is barely there, who hangs on to the before. As his wife watches on, who doesn't really seem to care. And that's what I see to be true. Just my opinion, for I am not a journalist and neither an expert. I am a person and people who watch the man who I now understand we were hidden from before.